What is going on, folks? So yeah, it's early as I'm heading to a facility, and I just want to take this opportunity to kind of put something out there because there are a lot of different things that was going through a lot of people's head of some questions I have in emails that I got. And you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and flat out say it. See, right now, what are a lot of people, ministers, preachers, pastors, whatever, whoever have this set philosophy that your salvation is based on how many times they see you at church. And y'all know, I always say the church is God's assembly. It's the people, okay? So a lot of places I know of based your salvation or based how good you are with God and how often they see you at church. And now the question is, what do you say now to any of those ministers that taught that whole notion that, if you ain't been here in 2 Sundays, or if they ain't seen you in 3 or even 4 Sundays, then that means you backslidden. But then people are saying right now, well, no, right now it's different though, because there's a legit reason why people can't go to church, or there's a legit excuse why people can't go to church. But my point is this: if somebody didn't see you at church, I don't care how many Sundays it is, whatever your excuse may be, or whatever your reason may be, does that constitute any reason that says you are not saved anymore, that you are what they call in the church world backslidden, which don't even really make sense when you think about it, because people don't even understand what the word backslidden even mean. They just throw it out there. Like, for instance, when I got in church, that was the word that they tacked onto it. It's what I call when you was learning, like, when you were learning church lingo. So if you didn't see somebody at church for a certain period of time, they said, oh, that's called backslidden. And backslidden seemed like it's such a negative term, whatever, that you just automatically associate it with it. And that's not a good thing. They're backslidden, and that's not a good thing. So right now, in these times that we're going through, what do you call that everybody else is doing right now? I mean, I know that we got everybody in the whole world know what's going on right now, and why they're not allowing people to gather or anything like that. But still, what do you say? For what is everybody in the whole United States right now that are Christian or any other faith, whatever it may be, or is everybody just backslidden right now? Nobody's on good terms with God? Absolutely not, because again, I always say it had everything to do with relationship and not religion. And when I say religion, some folks don't understand this because they say things to me like all the time, like, I thought you were a religious man. No, I'm a relationship man. When I say religion, I'm talking about stuff that's made up by men, like what I just mentioned to you guys just right now. How often you see me at church, and if you don't see me at church for a certain period of time, that means I'm not good with God anymore. That means I'm not worthy no more to play an instrument, or I'm not worthy no more to teach. Now I understand like things like, if you're a teacher and you teach Sunday school and you're held accountable for being there to teach your class, I understand that. But I'm just talking about people that don't have people that have no type of work at the church, be it a Sunday school teacher, Thursday night teacher, whatever it may be. And even to an extent, I would say some musicians, depends on how many musicians that you guys have and what particular instruments those musicians play. But not seeing somebody at church is in no way some sort of sign that they no longer love God. It's not a sign that they don't want to be a Christian anymore. It's not a sign that they're not praying anymore. It's not a sign that they don't do what they're supposed to do as far as conducting themselves as Christian amongst the world. It don't make any sense, do it? No, it does not. So again, in a time like this, I hate that this is going on right now. I hate that people are losing their lives. But my point is, what are we doing about it? What are ministers doing right now? Are we still being the light to the world that we're supposed to be? And one of these things that I got going on right now, which I'm thankful for, is when I started the YouTube thing about a year and a half ago. I'm glad that I'm able to do what I'm doing right now, because it's able to reach people. It's able to actually give people something to look forward to versus all the negativity they hear on the news or whatever shows they may be watching or whatever they might be seeing on the internet that keeps on glorifying the bad thing that's going on. Don't get me wrong. There's a difference between informing people and glorifying the bad. Like, for instance, I think, why can't there be more things talking about how many people recovered? Why can't the focus be that? Why can't the focus be, today we had 10,000 people recover. Today we had X amount of thousand people recover. So what it does, by keep on emphasizing how many people are recovering and how many people are beating it and doing well, it will give you the sense of hope, showing that we're doing this, we're beating this thing, we're doing good. That's what the focus should be on. The focus should be on how many people are recovering for it. But no. In the world we live in today, it's about negativity and the bad, and the bad, and the bad. So if you keep on pushing negativity and you keep on talking about all these death, it gives people nothing to look forward to, because it seems like we're losing versus winning. And now, oh no, it's not like that. We're doing great. We're doing better. Well, it sure don't sound like it, because all y'all keep talking about is how bad we're doing. Nobody's talking about how good we're doing. Nobody's talking about that 100-some thousand people have recovered from it or whatever like that. So that's what I would love to do. I would love to hear more of that. But because I'm a small channel, I don't have mainstream power to show everything that the news shows. But it would be awesome for them to just keep on talking about how we are recovering, because again, it will give people a sense of hope. It will give people a sense of just like, we're doing this, we're beating this. Oh my God, guys, we're doing so well against this pandemic. We're doing so good against it. Look how we're recovering. Look how strong the human race is. Put people focus on that, and it increase the morale of folks all around, man. But just keep on having things in despair and death and down, all it's going to do is make people freak out and become fearful. Become fearful. That's exactly what it's going to do, and that's exactly what it is doing, because I work around people that went from being okay to all of a sudden, oh man, it's here. That means it's going to happen to me. It's going to happen to me. I'm still going around like, no. I'm going to continue to do what I've always been doing. No, because you're going to do well. You're going to be okay. Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing rule-wise? Yes, I am. Well, then you have nothing to worry about. But see, you don't understand. They said, that's what I'm getting at. Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing to beat this thing? Are you following the rules? Are you following the guidelines? Are you doing all those things to keep yourself safe? And y'all can sit there and say, Tony, you just touched your face. Don't worry about it, because guess what? Nice try, but I got my hand sanitizer right here. I can wipe my hands off. So, because you just got those type of folks that's out there. Well, you just touched your face, man. Okay. Anyway, hands are already clean. You're supposed to have your hands clean and sanitized and washed before you touch any part of your face anyway. And if you do touch your face, you're supposed to wash your hands. So anyway, my point is this. As gospel preachers and ministers, what are we giving people to look forward to? Are we giving them hope, or are we just going along with everything else that's everybody else is doing? You know what I'm trying to say? I always say this, and I mean, if it offends people, then so be it, but that's not my intentions here. And what I'm saying is this. When Jesus came along, and he would always tell people how, I'm gonna adjust this camera right here a little bit. Excusez-moi. Okay. Anyway, so Jesus came along and will say things like, being, light in the dark world, or, I'll give you drink the way you will never thirst again. Or I came to feed the poor, heal the sick. He talk about all these things that he came to do. In what type of world? In a dark world, right? So right now, as ministers, I'm saying, what are we doing right now? What are we feeding people? Because I tell you one thing, and like I said, don't mean this to be no offense or anything like that, but if you take it that way, then that's on you, because that's not my intentions. And what it is this. How come a lot of ministers base their messages, base their preaching off of what's going on in the world? Why? Because my thing is, and I always say it all the time, what is God saying today? What is God saying today? Is God saying, oh yeah, jump on a train of talk about despair and death and downward and use that as some type of leverage to scare people into serving me. No. Oh, guys, y'all see what's going on? All this stuff that's going around, you know what that is? That's your way. You better get yourself right with the Lord. No, that ain't got nothing to do with God, because Jesus never scared nobody into following him. He just simply asked the questions, you know. He said, I'll make you fishers of men. You know, he made it easy. If you don't want to do it, you shouldn't have to be. Jesus never forced nobody to come to him. He never forced nobody to follow him. Not at all. Never did it happen where it was forceful or anything like that. So why are we doing it? Why are we using scare tactics? Like we scared straight, trying to get scared saved is what they're going to be calling it. He got scared saved because you want to use this right here as an opportunity to scare people into following after Christ, or getting in what they call getting into church, or getting themselves right with God. Absolutely no way. This is not some sort of punishment on America or on the whole world that God is just about to judge everybody because of the world is just da-da-da-da. So this viral thing is God's way of judging everybody. No, it's not, folks. It's exactly what happened, y'all. We had Ebola, we had West Nile, we had swine flu, we had H1N1, we had MERS, we had SARS. You know, like every 4 years or every election, it seems to be a weird new thing that pops up, whatever like that. So anyway, I'm saying to ministers, what type of hope are you giving your congregation? What type of message are you preaching to your congregation? Are you preaching a message of being scared or fearful? And, we should be prayerful. We see, even though you might not think it's come up that way, but it comes up that way like, oh my God, we need to pray a lot more, y'all, because this is really getting. Then I got some ministers I love, and I'm still going to continue to love them, that they saying that this right now is the opportunity. Get yourselves right with your family, you know, get yourself right with God, and call as many family members as you can, because this thing is getting ready to wrap up. Like, this is about to be the end. You know, humanity is about to come to a close. Time is about to end. God is about to come back. Why now? You know what I mean? Why now? What about the people in the Amazons who don't have they still, what about those islands that's actually closed off to any type of outside human interaction? You think right now they panicking? The ones that don't got TV, that don't have news, that don't know what's going on, you think they sitting around panicking or scared? They don't know what the heck is going on. So in their world, it's business as usual. You know what I'm saying? So us that's getting this news because everybody has a handheld device in their hand, and if you hooked up to any type of internet service or whatever like that, you got internet, free Wi-Fi most likely on your job, and so you got your phone, you go onto Yahoo or YouTube or any MSNBC, CNN, Bing, whatever it may be. All these things gonna be bombarding your mind with what's going on in the world right now. And again, I tell you guys all the time, that which you focus on, you go towards. And as the Bible also stated, as a man thinking in his way, so is he. And I love one of my favorite people I listen to. He's passed away, been gone a long time. I wish I would have been able to meet the guy. It's Earl Nightingale, in which he says, your mind doesn't care what you plant in it, but your mind will return to you what you planted in it. Your mind doesn't care what you plant in it, but it will return to you what you planted in it. So I don't have to sit there and try to ask nobody how they're feeling or how they're thinking or how they're doing, because once I get into conversation and I engage with you, the minute you start focusing on what's going on right now, and that's all the conversation is about, is telling me what you're planting in your mind. So when I get to my job and I get to these different facilities that I go to, go see these patients, and you know, it's crazy that a lot of the co-workers and the employees that I work with, they'll say things like, man, I'm so glad you're here, man, because we know we're getting ready to hear something positive. We know we're getting ready to have we know that you're going to end up putting us in a good mood. And my question is, why aren't they in the mood themselves? So why is it that I got to be the bringer, or got to be the person that has this, I guess, presence of putting people in a good mood? Why can't you be in a good mood? What's keeping you from being in a good mood? What is it? And if you ask me, well, they want to know, Ty, what is it that keep you in a good mood? I told you, I don't look at none of this stuff. I don't watch none of this stuff. Well, you should know. I should not, because here's the thing. As a medical professional, we got guidelines of what we should do. Of course, I'm going to hear it at the hospital, whatever like that. But my point is, when it comes to friends, family, co-workers, if we work in medicine, I got to come here and hear it. They're all telling me everything that's been going on, whatever like that. So the thing is, I keep myself from pretty much I keep myself from hearing this stuff all the time. Y'all know I don't watch the news. I don't watch TV. Don't watch any of that. So what do? I do things that I love and enjoy doing. And that's my focus right there. Because in my world, everything is, not everything, but yeah, everything is beautiful. Everything is lovely. Life is going on as it always have. And it's going to continue to go on as it always have, even after all this. But right now, at the same time, I'm asking other ministers that's in God, I'm calling this thing what are you doing in this time like this? Because pretty much this is crazy that this is happening, but it's also showing us what are we made of? What are we made of? Jesus said, be ye not, well, I'm gonna just make this in layman terms. Jesus said, don't be conformed to the world. He said, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So if he said to don't be conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that means if he said if the end result is be renewed, be you transformed by the renew, make something new, make your way of thinking new. So don't focus on the stuff that's of the past or of the stuff that's of the old. But what about what's new? Renew it. And if it is, get rid of it, renew it. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, if he said be not conformed to the world, but be you renewed by be you transformed by the renewing of your mind, that means if he said not to be conformed, that must have been like a mindset. So that's the question. What's the mindset? And if you say don't be conformed, let's just say, if I kind of paraphrase a little bit, he said, don't be conformed to this mindset, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So how can I renew my mind? Like I said, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report. Said, think upon these things. So now I'm asking you and everybody else, be it minister friends, be it folks that watch my channel, what's good? What's good? What's great? What's new? I'm not talking about bad stuff. I'm talking about good stuff. Like I said, of good report. Did you have a new grandbaby? Did you do something with your family that's awesome that you really wouldn't have done if y'all didn't have this time that you're getting loaded? Are you actually taking this time to do stuff with your family that you would never have the opportunity to do again because this time is allowing you to do it? Or is this, oh my God, it's just disrupting my whole circle, my whole routine that I've always done. It's just disrupting my life and how I like things to where when I got home, I only had to spend at the most 5 to 6 hours with my children before they went to bed. You know what I mean? Or are you looking at this as an opportunity to actually do something with your family that you've never done before? Are you looking at it as an opportunity to actually be able to have more conversations on phones with family members that you never had before because of your past busy life? Ask yourself those things. Who can you call right now? My subscribers, you guys have all connected in ways that we just never dreamed that would happen. You guys have become brothers. Y'all become sisters. Y'all become mentors to other young subscribers on this channel. All them young subscribers that I'm talking about, or even my subscribers on this channel right now, have you gotten in contact with any other subscribers? Have you gave them a good word today? Have you kind of reminded them? Remember, MRM said, don't sit there, don't watch the news, don't focus on that. Call somebody, talk to somebody, talk to a fellow subscriber, talk to a fellow patron. Say something good to them today. Say something like, hey, I just want to let you know that I love you and you're gonna do great. And also, let's just talk. Let's ask them questions that you never asked them before. Like, so where'd you grow up? And how many brothers do you have? How many sisters do you have? And what's the favorite food? What's your favorite drink? Whatever it is, what I'm saying is right now is that you have the opportunity to actually form a relationship with folks, be it your kids, a stronger relationship, a stronger bond, be it with your kids or, other subscribers, patrons, whatever it may be. But my point is, you got the opportunity to do it. So that's what I'm saying to do right now. Take that time to do something, say something, be something good. Christ tells us Christians, he said, you are the light of the world. If we are the light, then that's what people should be seeing. If we sound and look just like the world and what the world is saying and what the world is pushing, which is pretty much a lot of darkness, then what makes us different than them? Let your light so ever shine is what he said. I'm at my other place. I'm going to leave it at that, folks. I hope and pray that y'all all have a blessed day. I want y'all to take time out and just, if you got a computer and you on YouTube and you seeing this, look up positive things. You know what I mean? Listen to Earl Nightingale, Napoleon. Listen to people that actually push positivity. You know what I'm saying? Lou Tai. Listen to different folks like that. You know, if you listen to any type of, people say, well, I listen to my favorite minister, my favorite preacher. If they're sitting there pretty much putting the focus on what's going on in the world, I would turn it off. Be renewed in your mind, folks. Okay? I will check you guys later. All right? See you at the reaction tonight. All right? God bless you all through Jesus.